Hey, what's up guys? I'm Praetorian. Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 as we are playing as the French Empire in the Law Resistance expansion. Alright, so I'd like to start out today's episode by building some stuff. So we talked about building up the forts here. I think that would be a good idea. But we don't need to go all the way up here because one, they're not the Germans. Two, there's a lot of territory before they get to our stuff, so I'm not really too worried about it. It's very thin here as well. It's going to be tough for them to break through here. We got another backup point, and frankly, it takes a long time to build factories up, so that's the other reason. So we'll just build up to level 5. Excuse me, I meant it takes a long time to build up the land forts. I said factories. Y'all know what I meant. So we're going to build those, and then also we're going to work on infrastructure to get some of the key resources that we're lacking. So more oil would be helpful. That's not a ton of oil, but it's a little bit. It'll help. I think there's somewhere where I was going to build. Oh yes, now I remember. So we're going to build all the way over here for the tungsten, because tungsten's another thing that we're short on. So I think it would be helpful to get that. We can get all the rubber we'd ever need here. So I guess we're going to build that up as well, and hopefully we can hold that territory. And then as far as like other stuff, I mean, we got plenty of steel here. If we ever find ourselves with some steel shortages, which I assume we eventually will. But for right now, I think this is good. Keep them building stuff up. I wanted to go ahead and show you guys how the resistance is looking, and the resistance is looking as well. So we're starting to take it down, but we have taken, I mean, look at it this way, and this shows us that we're not really needing as much garrisons, so that's gotten a lot lower overall. If we were to just look at our total manpower in garrisons, it's about 58,000, so much lower than the 80-something thousand we were requiring. We're at 15% resistance here for Italy. So if we were to sort this, Belgium's the highest because Italy we have, down here, Italy we have our spy, our operative working on that, suppressing that. So a little bit higher here in the Low Countries. But what I really want to show you guys is just how many casualties we've taken over the last year because of the higher resistance we faced. And so a lot of this was in the war, when we were occupying more territory than we currently are right now. Because remember, this is the last 12 months, and the war did end, I think it was like 9 months ago or something like that. So if we were just to go like the last, I think there would be a fast change somewhere here. Yeah, I think it might have been right there, actually. I don't know, though. Yeah, basically, a lot of the casualties were caused here on the back end. So if you just look at the last few months, like last 6 months, it's much lower. It's about 8,000. But 20,000 overall almost for the last year. And you take a look at equipment, lost quite a bit of equipment as well from this. And that's one reason why I wanted to add, and why I did add, the armored cars, to try and reduce some of that. So last episode, we had a very peaceful episode. And what is missing? Oh, the carrier fighters, yeah, that's right. We're going to get those built as soon as we finish researching the newest ones here. We have a very peaceful episode. We're probably going to have another similar one here, though maybe at the back end we'll declare war. But yeah, it's going to be fairly peaceful for most of the episode because there's a lot of things we need to do, mostly within the focus tree. One thing you'll notice here is that, oh, okay, we'll take a look at that in a second. The inefficient economy modifier has been modified, so I think the 2 years had passed since we got that one focus, and now we're only getting 10% reduction rather than the 20%, and so this focus right here would completely remove that. And so that's that's going to help us build a lot faster. I've already kind of noticed it here. It looks pretty good. In fact, we'll probably make some adjustments to our divisions. But what I wanted to wait for is to see how we're doing on manpower after we get that. Yeah, the Austria-Hungary has declared war on the Kingdom of Romania. So that's going to probably result in them winning. Because remember, Romania is not in a faction, though they could join a faction. Wonder, well, we can't. No, we don't have a faction. I was going to say, I wonder if we could request they join the faction since they are not aligned. But I forgot, we don't have a faction. So they have to fight Poland, because Poland's in the Central Powers. Of course, the Germans are going to pump troops down here. But maybe they might join the Comintern. Probably not likely, given the ideologies here, but it's a possibility, guys. And Germany at war again, of course. So, oops. I said oops, like I was going to control that. Let's go ahead and get something picked here. I want to get that. I guess we'll have to wait till we finish getting naval bombers. I guess we can go and get the scout planes and get those built in. We'll try using them out a little bit, I suppose. I'd also like to get some more heavier bombers as well, but man, there's just so much stuff to get, and we're all behind because of not having that 5th research slot for so long. So yeah, we're going to get those just because I was in there. I don't know, there probably been something I should have got before that since we are in 1941. But I already did it, so we're getting them. So let's go ahead and get the new carrier fighters building, guys. And we'll get rid of that little notification griping at us. So we'll just put these guys right here and just have one factory put into them. And we'll just wait. I'm sure we're about to get a factory built. We're building them right now, so it'll be fine. And yeah, they still need those armored cars, of course. We have the machine-assisted decryption. So let's go ahead and get something else here. I don't know if any of these are going to be useful anytime soon. I don't know when we'll get to do them. I do want to do the diplomatic pressure mission on the U.S. and maybe trying to get them into our faction. But we have to have a faction build to do that. I guess we can go ahead and get... I could just focus on building, but we'll go ahead and get one more here of the decryption power. I think that would be good. And let us decrypt a little bit faster, because we are fairly slow. I mean, actually, I guess we're doing pretty fast, considering the fact that we have almost everything we can get when it comes to that. So I guess this is pretty fast, but it seems slow. So we've got the national focus completed, which is going to hopefully generate a lot more manpower, because that gives us a bunch of cores. So we could go and do this. 3% non-core manpower is not a lot. It'll be helpful and definitely something we'll want to get, but there's so much other stuff to get right now. So we could go ahead and get that to fix our economy. However, my biggest issue right now, oh man, we got all this stuff we got to get here, all the naval stuff. But yeah, my biggest issue right now is that I want to hurry up and get down here to the army reform. So we're going to be beelining to that now. So let's go and get the Battle of Maneuver. Let's see what resources we're lacking here. Apparently we're lacking tungsten. Alright, we'll have to trade with the Americans for that then. And still building up all this stuff here. About to get another factory done. Looks like the fortifications in Luxembourg are just about done. So that'll be it's a level 9 fort right now. So we're pretty secure here. And that makes me feel safe. So, you know the Romanians are going to lose over there. I was going to say that maybe that'll keep the Germans distracted for a time. But no, probably won't. Let's go ahead and get the self-propelled artillery, and now we got the new tanks. Let's go ahead and get them producing. Let's a little bit of modernize our light tank army here. So you can already see that the manpower is improving. We'll let this go a little bit longer and see how much better it gets. You know, we can go and start building divisions now. Oh yes, that's right, we actually have to change up the division designs first, don't we? So let's go ahead and start with that. And here, I still haven't decided what I'm going to get here just yet. For the Imperial Guards, because nothing's really fitting for them, so we could just get them like, and we could just get them like anti-tank or anti-air to increase their power a bit. Maintenance companies help a little bit, but I think equipment becomes less and less a problem the further along we go. But I do want to get, let's see, we have the motorized here. I feel like there's something, oh yes, that's right. We're going to go ahead and do the, well, we can do support anti-air, we can do support anti-tank. We can do one or the other, because I'm not going to do both. Unless we were to get rid of the artillery. Maybe that's what we'll do. Yeah, we're going to go and get rid of the support artillery so that we can have both. Now, given this is going to cause further problems with our anti-tank and anti-air, but I'm about to pump into both of those, so let's go ahead and change that. So that those guys are able to deal with both of those problems. Our, yeah, these guys are also going to want anti-tanks. And then, how much experience do we have? We got enough to make these adjustments. And so then we'll also go ahead and give them the cavalry recon department. Or detachment, excuse me. Alright, so go ahead and improve them. And we're done with the Maringos for right now. Lancers still need some stuff though. So we're going to want, let's see what we currently have for them. I was thinking about getting them the tank destroyers. So that they can, you know, fight heavier tanks and still be of use in that regard. So maybe we'll do that. The organization isn't quite where I want it, but remember, we're going to increase that. So yeah, we'll probably change these up. We have to research that first, though. So for right now, it's just going to stay as is. But we can go ahead and give them something else here. Let me see what we have available. So we could do maintenance companies, and that would be helpful. And we're probably not going to do. We'll do anti-air here. I think that'd be good. But yeah, we won't do anti-tank because I'm going to do the tank destroyers. And instead we'll do, you know, we don't have the supply companies, so that's something to consider. Foreign Legion, let's see if there's anything we want to get for them. Thinking about artillery for them. Yeah, we'll probably give them some guns. I know this is going to cause a lot of shortages, guys, but I'm actually fine with it. I want to know how we're looking on equipment, what we need to build to get all of these fulfilled. So this will give us a good idea of where we're at. All right, so we need a lot of anti-tank, a lot of anti-air, and that artillery was not actually that bad. Okay. So let's go ahead and start making some adjustments, guys, based on that knowledge. So we're doing better in support equipment than we were before. Improved artillery. How are we doing on artillery? I'm pretty sure we're in the positive. Yeah, we're still in the positive. So we can tick this down a bit because we need to build a lot more anti-tanks and anti-air. Let me just see what else. Oh, we can pull back on the motorized. We're doing pretty good there. Then we're going to be building more of those, of course. Let me just see what else we all need here. We're going to do another one into the carrier fighters so we can get those fulfilled along with the carrier naval bombers, excuse me. All right, and then let's go and put into. I didn't have that much left here after it's all said and done. We got one factory. All right, so trying to have a little bit more, but that's okay. All right, so with those changes, we'll see how much manpower we have left. Cause they got to get all out to the troops, and then we'll train them as well. See how they're looking. I assume some of them are going to be lacking experience. Yeah, we got that guy. That's one to train. It's just going to be some of these tanks that need to train up. And I guess some of the infantry divisions as well. So just get them all training. Anybody who needs to train. And because we can do it this way, yeah, you don't have to put them in the little armies, which is super cool. Because before we'd have to do like a separate training army so that we weren't training the whole entire army. And we got the improved heavy battery, awesome. So I think there's only one thing I wanted to get for these guys, and that's the armor. And then we'll be ready to build them. We'll also need to go and start researching because this will not take long. It's 74 days to get that knocked out, so it won't be long at all. And we did get the medium tanks, so we're going to start building those. But let's also get them some self-propelled artillery, and let's go ahead and build the medium tanks. Even though we got all those military factories, I'm still not like pleased with where our production is right now. I still feel like we need to get a lot more factories. So after we finish building all that stuff, that's probably what we're going to do. We're going to switch it up and build more factories. Let's go and pull from the motorized a little bit. And I suppose that is good for now. We won't make any other changes just yet. Yeah. We're going to be building more military factories, so yeah, these guys are all training up. This will get us a little bit of army experience because we are pretty short on army experience now at this point. And so yeah, just... Well, let's go and take a look. Did they pull all their troops off our border? Sure, it looks like they did. We're in this mode here, so I can't see. But yeah, let's go and get something picked, and we're going to take a look. I guess we can go up on cryptology level, but we won't go with that last one. I think we're going to start really focusing on just getting stuff up built here. So we have those forts building up. They're at level 3 right now. So they should be in level 5 soon. And what we're going to do is just more military factories. As we can see that we are still not quite where we need to be at just yet. Nope. Yeah, right there. That's absolutely fine. We'll do right there as well. Let's get like 5 more, right? Yeah, we'll do 6 more. That'll get us up to 85. And we'll just do it. We'll do it right there. It's fine. All right. Also, we have a decision available. Let's take a look and see what this is. Recruit in the Kingdom of Romania. Alright, so this has to do with these here. So that should make that go away. And yeah, the Romanians are already defeated. That didn't take long. I'm interested to see how they'll split that up, or if they'll create a puppet over there. Another country we're going to have to fight. And we did finish up the naval bomber, so we can go and get the carrier versions. And let's go and get them upgraded. Alright, and looks like the Hungarians took over most of it, and then they didn't puppet them. Huh. They only wanted part of the country. Interesting. Alright, so yeah, they only wanted part of it. And Greece has a war goal against them as well. This would be a great time for them to attack. They would, of course, have to... Well, no, they wouldn't be able to. I was going to say they'd have to do a naval invasion, but yeah, that's not really an option. Because you can't get through the Bosphorus Straits there. Because they have special rules for that. Those straits, it's very hard to get through there. You got to be like friendly with Turkey for the most part. So they're not a puppet. That's interesting. Yeah, they just made peace. Just took a little bit of territory and made peace. Okay. So that's what Romania's gonna look like. Much weaker. We put them on that focus for them to attack other countries. They could still attack Bulgaria, and that's in our faction, or well, they're our puppet. So they could still attack Bulgaria, so we might find ourselves at war with the Romanians. It's not impossible, and they'd probably defeat the Bulgarians, which would cause us all kinds of problems. We did finish up our research here. Let's go ahead and get... oh, we're already researching that, my bad. So I did say that we're going to get the tank destroyers, like tank destroyers, so we're going to do that. And we do need to update these here to light self-propelled artillery 3s. I'm going to get the more modern version out there. And we're really going to start trying to stockpile up on some of this equipment for the future conflict. As you know that is coming. So let's go and build some troops now, man. I think we're ready. I think we're finally ready at a place where we can build a few. We can't build a ton. We can get a few divisions. And we will start with the Lancers. Well, let me take that back. I wanted to get medium tanks, which we need to design, don't we? Yeah, we do have to design that. All right, well, let's go and start with that then. And I think we're going to do 40 width, guys. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and just make use of this version here. I think it'll still be easier. Let's go and duplicate this, and then we just need to change up. Oh, we don't have mechanized. Well, we can roll with motorized for a little while, I suppose, until we get the mechanized. I completely forgot about that. But yeah, we'll just have to roll with the motorized divisions for now. All right, so let's go and get the medium tanks in here. And that's right, I wanted to create... Do we have the experience for this? We do not. All right, we're not creating nothing. We might have to wait until after a conflict. All right, well, that gives us the Dutch war to try and get some experience. And we will be attacking them first. We can already see what they've got as far as their number of divisions. They have 8 to 12, not many. We can see exactly what their navy's doing right now as well. They have convoy escorts, convoy raiding, and a patrol fleet out there. They don't have any capital ships. Well, never take that back. They have 3 heavy cruisers. That is it. That is all they have as far as like big ships. So we did finish up our research here, and so we need to build those. And I don't think we'll get the... Well, yeah, we'll probably do the medium tank destroyers. Yeah, we'll do those as well. Just make sure that we have real good... And actually, we do need to build that, don't we? Medium self-propelled artillery. Get that building. Even if we can't put them in our divisions just yet. And we could probably... Well, we already pulled from motorized. We could probably pull from support equipment, though. How are we doing on infantry equipment? It's pretty stacked, so I know we're modernizing right now, but it's okay, guys. We've got a lot of stuff we have to get, so let's just go up to like 3 here for whenever we get some more factories. How are we doing on light tanks? It should be pretty good, right? Pretty solid. Yeah, we're all right on light tanks. So let's go ahead and start pulling back on some of this. Is light self-propelled artillery in a place we can pull from that? Yeah, we can pull from both of those. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna pull from these. Pull from these as well. And that should, yeah, it's going to result in us needing more tungsten, of course, but that's okay. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and put into these here, since we are lacking those by quite a bit. All right, so we need more tungsten. We'll trade with the Americans for that for now, until we get our own tungsten supplies built up in Indochina. And so that should help. We got the... Last thing I think we're going to get right now, we're not going to work on these because it's 15 factories. That's expensive. We already spent 10 doing 3 of those. So I don't think we're going to do those right now. And because we're not doing any of these at the moment either, I think we are done. We're going to start just focusing on civilian factories at this point, guys. Or focusing our civilian factories on building stuff up. Because we just need so much stuff. So I want to make sure that we get that done. And how are we looking at on getting this focus done? We're almost there. Still waiting on getting that political power as well. And we'll probably get the next operative, I think, next. Yeah, we're going to get the next operative. Though, we are getting our Charles de Gaulle theorist, so we could always get him as well. We got our light tank destroyers 3. So I want to say we are done here. Yes, we are. We should probably start working on production now. Let's go and do concentrated industry 5. Anything to try and improve our production. And... with the light tank destroyers placed as well. We're going to have to get all these put into our divisions. And so let's just do like 2 here. Yeah, I think that should be solid. And we can go and pull from the light tanks a bit. It's still pretty short on here, so we do have to keep those going. Everything else looks pretty good, though. Oh, improved artillery. We don't need as much. going towards artillery, do we? Alright, so yeah, we can place these into some of the stuff down here. I don't like where our fighters are at, so we really do need to keep on putting into planes, guys. We are not in a good place when it comes to the planes. Let's go up to 8 here. Probably just go up straight up to 10. We need a lot more of those. Let's go ahead and go with more of the other types of planes as well. Try and get our Air Force built up. I know we got a lot of stuff we have to get here, guys, but it's okay. We'll get it done. Let's do one more into the light self-propelled artillery, though I think we actually are good on that. Aren't we? Yeah, we're actually good on that. My bad. We'll pull back on that. Pull the light tank destroyers. I know production management is super exciting, guys. That's wonderful, I know. But it's what we gotta do. Alright, so I suppose we'll put this into what we have shortages of, our anti-tanks here. Alright, so about 100 days till we get our fuel filled up. We got the Battle of Maneuver, awesome. So let's go ahead and go after the motorized focus, and that'll allow us to produce motorized quicker. So we'll probably even need less factories going into motorized here soon. But remember, we are putting those in the medium tank division, so if we want to build those, we're going to need to. Oh, is he cheaper? Oh, Charles de Gaulle is cheaper. Well, why would we not get him then? Yeah, that's great, and that'll give us, I mean, we'll start getting more army experience, I suppose. Our tanks will be faster. We're going to get it just because it's 75 political power. That's really cheap. So it's always nice when you get those cheap advisors. Alright, so obviously we want to make sure we're not attacking in winter time. Snow's not too big of a problem here in the Netherlands, but it is a little bit relevant, something to consider. There's just no reason to attack in the winter, so we want to do it before winter. So it probably will be this episode. And we just got the tank destroyer, so we're done with that. We should probably go for another 1941 industrial tech. That would probably be wise, but I want to go ahead and get the mechanized. We are actually behind on mechanized tech, so. And yeah, no template for that. That's okay. We're going to be putting those into our division designs soon. Very soon, friend. We could actually change the Lancers up now. We do have the experience for that. So I wanted to do the tank destroyers in here, guys. So we're going to pull a motorized. And I know this is going to reduce their organization by a lot. But that's okay. Because we're going to get a bunch of bonuses for that. So yeah, we'll just pull the motorized and we'll make up for it once we start going through our tech tree. Or excuse me, our doctrine tree. So yeah, light tank destroyers. Let's go ahead and save that. And did we want anything else in here yet? Nah, we're good for right now. If we're going to make any more adjustments, it should be towards getting the medium tank divisions. That's what I would like to get. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, we're good for right now. This will probably be suitable for the war against the Dutch. Now again, we have to hope that they don't join. They are still democratic. We got to declare war soon if we don't want them to join the Central Powers, which they may still join the Central Powers. There might not be any way around that. Let's go and get the medium tank destroyers in here. I always hate when we're building all this stuff up for, something we don't even have yet. But we do got to get it done, man. Probably don't need so much going into the motorized. That'll free up some factories for us. And we'll go ahead and change these up now while I'm thinking about it, or while I'm looking at it. And I want to say we are now done here. We already got the scout planes researching. Could go ahead and get the tactical bombers here. We eventually will need to get at least the first strategic bombers so we can drop nukes once we get to that point. So that would be something we're going to want to get. We could also go ahead and get the tactical bombers, but I feel like we have too much other stuff to get right now. And we haven't even started working on the air doctrine, so if we want to win the air war, we're going to need to go down that. However, there's a ton of stuff to get, guys. There's just so many things that we need to get. So let's see what would be the biggest or the most important thing for us to get. I do want to get logistic companies. Oops. I think we're going to go ahead and get these filled out, though. We are pretty far behind on all these. So let's go and start with the anti-tank upgrade, make our anti-tanks better since we just put a bunch of those into our division designs. Alright, so this is starting to fill out, and then we'll be able to pull those, and that'll be super helpful. But for right now, let's see if we need light tank stuff. We do need light tank destroyers. So let's go ahead and pump like 5 divisions into that. And you're also short on some resources here. So we got to give up more factories. It's okay, though. Alright, we just entered into May. We got the armor for our battleship, so let's go ahead and get the battleship now. 92 days. And then we'll start getting those built, and hopefully we'll have them ready, not for the war with the Central Powers, but for the war with the British. So, got another military factory built, and we have civilian factories open. So let's go ahead and take a look and see where we want to place this. Obviously, we need a lot of medium stuff for the medium tanks, but we haven't even started building those yet. Let's pull back on the motorized. That'll give us another factory, and then we'll place into the anti-air, and we have one more opened up. Alright, well, let's go and place this into, it feels like this is good, so we don't need to put anywhere there. I'm going to put these down to the bottom. All the carrier stuff, man. I'm used to seeing it like this, and it's kind of messing me up, guys. Alright, let's go into more close air support then. And our civilian factories have finished everything up here, so we're going to keep on building up. I almost want to go full level 10 forts here just to make them exhaust themselves on us. You know, let's do that. Let's make them fight us there in level 10 forts. I wasn't gonna, but you know what? I think we should. I'd love to find another place for tungsten. There's a little bit right there, not enough to warrant building there, though. I don't think there's any more. Got some rubber there. We do have some decisions that get us tungsten, but again, we do have a shortage of political power, so that's not really an option. Alright, so yeah, not going to be able to get any more tungsten, unfortunately. Just going to have to trade for that. That's okay, though. And we're just going to get the military factories. I do know that we need more dockyards, guys. But at the same time, we need more military factories. So this gets us up to 86. Let's do 4 more, man. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright. And that should keep all those civilian factories busy for most of the rest of this episode. So the next thing we're going to get with the political power here is, I mean, we got all this filled out. Oh yes, we're going to get the elusive gentleman. So we're going to get that next, and they'll give us another operative. As far as operatives go and like what we have available here, nothing really. We can prepare the collaboration government. The main thing I'm doing is it's just really useful having the intel on any country you're going to fight. Germany proposes that we sign a pact to address the Comintern's goal of spreading communism worldwide. Through the use of subversion and violence, by signing this pact, we agree to share intelligence on the communist threat and act in close cooperation against this menace. So that'll improve our opinion with them. I'm almost just saying, like, let's join, and if we end up war with the Soviets first, then so be it. That'll allow us, we'll still attack the Germans from behind while they're busy. I'd like to have them think that we are friendly. But at the same time, we don't really get any advantage from this either. Yeah, you know what? Let's just refuse it. I don't think there's any advantage to it. I was like thinking that maybe it would help, but that's not going to stop them from bringing the Dutch into the faction. It really doesn't do anything. We're just going to refuse just because. Even though I don't like the communists here as the French Empire, we're against them. We're more against the Germans right now. The Germans are the next target. So that's why I'm kind of considering this.
Attention.
Let's see if anything needs to be, trained up here. Any divisions? If anybody's... Not really, no. Alright, and we can't... I think we're just going to have to build like just any other division right now. We're going to get the Lancers. We'll get one of those. And I don't want to use all our manpower up because I do want to get some... And we got to get 40 with division designs too, but again, just too short on experience. I almost want to, like, train them just to train them. I mean, we're pretty good on equipment for the most part. We'll go do like a couple more Imperial Guard units, or like one. We'll do one more. I'm just trying to keep some manpower for our medium tanks, man. So we'll do these here, and we're still short on certain things. So we also need to put this factory. Let's go and get these all the way up to 15. Let's just get that done, man. So we're not having that shortage anymore because that's affecting all our divisions along the front line. Neither of those are going to be needed, of course. Anti-air and anti-tanks are not necessary against the Dutch. So we did finish up the research of the scout planes, so we'll start building those. I think that means we're done with planes for right now. Yeah, we're done now. For now. We're going to have to go back to it, of course. Let's go and get the construction 4. So we can build all this stuff that we're attempting to build a little bit faster, especially the fortifications here. They're going to take a long time because the higher level fort you get, the longer they take. They can take quite a while. As far as our fleet goes, we haven't got all these guys trained, so we should probably do that. Get these guys going in here, and I would assume These guys are done. We've just been getting the experience here, so let's go and stop that. And then we'll want to set up. We're going to have to put our navy out there against the Dutch because they do have some ships. So we're going to want to make use of them against them. And I'm thinking like a couple more months, guys, and we're going to declare war. And trying to get a little bit of experience from this conflict overall. And can do some stuff here, but yeah, we don't want to. We want to do something here. We want to get the elusive gentleman, and that'll get us another operative to make use of. And we have to wait 30 days though before we'll get them, and then we'll probably assign them to. I'm not entirely sure where I'm gonna assign them just yet. Could assign them to doing the resistance. Man, look at how fast this is going. All right, so they joined the Comintern. Got our motorized focus. Let's go after the mechanized next. And we will use that against the other mechanized tech. So it's fine that we got it without it. Though I do want to take a look, see what the next one is. Okay, so that gives us research bonus for light tanks and medium tanks, which we'll use that on the medium tanks, of course, because we already have all the light tank techs. And then this one is really, really good because it gets rid of that Victors of the Great War. So that'll be so helpful. And of course, more research bonuses for land doctrine. We'll finally be able to go down that land doctrine tree, man. It's one of the things I really, really wanted to get done. 5 more days, and then we get our operative. We got the anti-tank upgrade. Let's go ahead and upgrade these to the next level, and then maybe we'll do the same thing with the anti-air. And those are gonna be put on our ships too, so that's gonna be nice. So any moment here, there we go. So we can get a new operative. So we could just hire one from another country, and I think that's what we're going to do since we have that ability. Might as well hire one from Germany. Yeah, we'll hire one from the Germans. And look at that. Our counterintelligence is actually looking good for once. All right, so let's go ahead and try out those decisions and see how this works. And we're going to try recruiting one in Germany. How's that work? Oh, okay. It just recruits one automatically. You don't even get to do anything with her. Alright, well, she's a German, and she's tough. So yeah, it just automatically recruits it down here. Okay, well, that's interesting. So that makes her run operations much more effectively. So she's more effective, lower cost. She gains intel network quicker, and her chance of detection is down by 10%. So super useful to use her in Germany. And so we would put her there, but let me just take a look first, before we do, how we're doing on our occupied territories and on the resistance, because Belgium is still causing us problems. I'm sure we're taking a lot less losses. Yeah, now we're down to 9.36 thousand over the last 12 months. If we just look at the last 6, I mean, it's barely any. So losses are much lower overall. But I think it would help. Let me just see if there's any like missions we want to do first. Again, I didn't see any here. I could do the coordinated strike, but I don't think that's we could do the port strike if they're even in port. It doesn't seem like they are. Could, of course, infiltrate their administration, capture their cipher, all that kind of good stuff. All these take kind of a while. I don't think we'd have time to complete any of them. We can prepare the collaboration government. That does take time too, though. So I don't think we're going to do any of that. Let's just do the resistance one for right now. And just trying to result in us having less casualties here. Helps us out. Not take as many manpower losses, much equipment losses, and most importantly, we are done here. Let's see if we can not. Yeah, we don't need to trade anymore for a while. But most importantly, the garrisons will require less there. So we're looking at 44,000 for the garrison. That's all it requires now. That's much lower than it was. So let's go and get the scout planes. Put these at the bottom here. All right. So we'll just put one into there. I don't really know how those work just yet, so we'll test them out. Maybe we'll test them out against the Dutch if we get it done in time. Who knows? So yeah, I really want to design those medium tanks, but I don't feel like we have the experience yet for them. And of course, they got the anti-Soviet pact. I guess we can try, like, just go ahead and duplicate it and see what we got here. And just change out the medium tanks, even if we don't start building them yet. And then we don't have the mechanized yet, so we'll have to wait. But we can put like the medium self-propelled artillery here and just see what we have the experience for. So we can't put the medium tank destroyers in there just yet. We're going to want to do that. And I want to say we're also going to change away from the motorized recon and go to the armored recon company. So we'll probably do that. Could also go for the maintenance companies here. That'd be useful. And I think that's... And we might get rid of the anti-air. Oh yeah, I was going to do 40 whiff for these guys. Psh. Yeah, I forgot all about that. We need a lot more experience. I don't really want... I mean, I guess we can just roll with these. It's fine. It's fine, guys. We'll just slowly modify them as we get experience. Probably won't get them in time. We could build a division design and then just change it, I suppose. Yeah, let's just build one. We need a name for these. And we need an icon. That's not going to work. We'll just do the default symbol for right now until you guys provide a name. Yeah, I could have swore somebody suggested some medium tank design names, but I don't have that written down. So yeah, feel free to suggest some names, guys. We'll get 2 of these for right now. Yeah, we'll get 2. And obviously they're not going to be permanent. Oh, this is right. I was going to change these guys up because I didn't like them being here. Let's go ahead and have them do the area defense over here. Well, no, not right there. We'll do it right here. And then we want to set them to only guard the naval base. So we can easily have him leave. So he'll go there, and let's go ahead and have these guys all set to deploy there. And go straight into this army here, which I don't think I pulled them out from Paris yet. Let's make sure we do that. Alright, so they're all set up to deploy straight to the training army, and yeah, we want to pull them out of here. Alright, so go on over there. That's where we'll deploy all our training troops for now. And we're just about ready, guys. Just about ready. Got our heavy ships done, our battleships. So probably should go for another naval tech, guys. Probably keep this invested in naval techs. So the next thing we're going to get is probably the carrier hull, so we can get a nice new carrier. And then we'll start getting some of these screens and stuff like that. Because we're not actually building any big ships. So let's go and design these. We actually do have a name for this, so that's good. Let's go and start with battleship names. That can stay as is. And then we're going to want the heavy battery 3 here. Anti-air. We'll probably, yeah, we'll have the fire control system there. Put the radar in. And dual purpose secondary. And then, where's the battleship armor? Here we go. Battleship armor. Okay. So now we get to pick what we want to assign here. I suppose we'll want to improve float planes in there. I could also use the carriers for that. Let's just remove all these for right now. We'll replace them after I kind of see how I want this to look. We know that the heavy battery 3 is going to be here. And that'll decrease the speed some. But as long as we stay over 30, I feel like we'll be okay. Alright guys, so this is going to be the Napoleon class. That was one of the suggestions we had for our new battleships. Remember, we do have the increased armor and HP for them. And so let's go ahead and get another secondary battery. I'll kind of explain how we're rolling here. I'm trying to get this so that we stay above 30, which means we're going to have to do a heavy battery 1 here. That does tick down their piercing a little bit, but that's okay. So this is how it's going to look. So we put the secondary guns on there. That gives us very good light attack. Also very good anti-air for the most part. So those are good. They're actually much better than getting the anti-air once you get those dual purpose. We also have the float plane, largely because I'm going to be able to stay under the speed the requirement here. If I got anything else, like if we were to add another secondary battery, we would go below 30. So that's the main reason why I got that. It does help. Gets that surface detection up by a bit. And so this is how it's going to look. And overall, we got pretty good heavy tech and stuff. So yeah, it's not too bad of a ship here. So let's go ahead and save that. I think everything's good to go. Yeah, that's good. And then we're going to want to go ahead and get these guys building up. And we can go and say that those are old. And those are old. All of these are old. The only one we're building. Put the full dockyards into them, and let's just start ticking down all the stuff we're building here. We still don't have quite as many convoys as I would like. So I think that is actually good. What we'll do though is pull from the destroyers a little bit. Alright, so that looks great. Alright, so we have the Napoleons. I didn't put the, yeah, I guess I could have put the little accent on the E. So what do we want to get next? I guess more military factories. We could get more dockyards too, but I feel like we're actually doing pretty decent on dockyards, or good enough for right now. Maybe we'll do one more dockyard. No. Wait until we have something bigger to build. Another carrier, more than likely. Actually, what we could do is build 2 battleships. Let's do that. Yeah, instead of building all these destroyers, let's build more battleships, guys. Alright, so that looks good. And then we will build a dockyard. We'll build one more dockyard here. We'll go to Normandy. And then, actually, we'll build it there. That's 8%. And then more military factories, as always. Alright, so let's go ahead and I'll also take a look, see if we need any resources as well. See how we're looking in that regard. I'll go and get these 70%. Alright, so let's take a look and see. Yeah, we're still doing pretty good on the resources, guys. We don't want to train these large ships needlessly. I'm just going to place that over there for right now. And do we have anything else that's a larger ship in here? The submarine can join these guys for right now, I suppose. And then I'm going to place the destroyers in there. And the 2 submarines we just got. Alright, awesome. I know we don't have light cruisers, guys. I still haven't researched the cruisers at all. So I don't even know if we'll be able to use light cruisers. Because, yeah, we haven't even touched the research there. We're doing great on oil, so I'm not going to mess with that. I think we're going to go ahead and start working on something else once we get this. Well, ask go to excavation. Never mind. We'll get the assembly line production. And then we'll be done with the industrial techs. And looks like some stuff is going on. So, who's all in the Japanese faction besides them now? I'm trying to see. Alright, so they have Kree in there, of course. They're just friendly with them. I thought they were in the faction. Oh. Okay, no, that's the Portuguese series, I think. Hey, I'm getting that confused. So they are now in this faction. Or, no. Okay, yeah, this was this series. So the Dutch East Indies just keep flip-flopping. So they were originally, obviously they're, under the Dutch. They're a puppet. But then they became part of the West Pacific Treaty Organization under Japan. And now they're under Australia in the Southwest Pacific Initiative. Alright, so they just keep on flipping hands. Because they're asking, I think. They keep asking for it. Alright, well, we found that out. That's not what I came in here for, but I guess it's just Ecuador here in the Americas. And of course, the Mexicans have, conquered all this, and all these became part of the Comintern. They'll have to do a naval invasion to attack here, but yeah, it looks like it's spreading into the Americas, guys. We'll have to see what happens there. I'm pretty curious. I feel like the United States is quickly becoming a natural ally for Japan, which is not exactly how I wanted it to go, but I think that's what's going to end up happening, guys. Yeah, probably what's going to happen. All right, so I think we're just about ready. I was getting the mechanized focus done, and I mean, we don't really need to, but we're getting these troops here built up. But I think we're ready to declare war. I mean, we have just about everything dealt with here. I mean, the resistance is much lower throughout our territory. And we're probably taking significantly less losses here. I mean, yeah, I mean, just if you look at the last, month, we took 100. I mean, this is we're doing pretty good, guys. Resistance is much lower. Compliance is increasing. Everything's getting better in that regard. Less problems. We do have another military factory to get assigned. Let's go and do that. We're going to put it into... Have we... Oh, yes, we are in the plus now. Let's go and pull from these then. And focus on getting some of the medium stuff that we need. As well as the light tank destroyers. Seems we're short on that too. So let's go with the medium stuff first. Go up to 10 here. Maybe go up to 8 there. And then maybe 5 here. And that'll be all of them. And then we'll also want to then get any additional ones we get going into the light tank destroyers. Alright, so that looks pretty good. Artillery could be pulled from. And we now need to trade for more tungsten. Okay, the United States is getting all our damn civilian factories. I think we have, don't we have some we can go ahead and say none of these are about this. So I'm going to close this up. What is this about, first of all? Region-wide inch, okay. So yeah, let's close this up. Oh shit, did I accidentally... Oh, I think I accidentally checked that when I meant to close all this. My bad, guys. Alright, let's say we're not interested in any of these. Close it, which is what I was trying to freaking do. And then let's go ahead and say with this one, we're not interested in doing this right now. Maybe later in the game. And then we need to, we never did that. We don't need to do it though, apparently. And what did I come in here for? I came in here to do something and now I completely forgot. I said, oh, we're going to do this. Oh yes, I was going to look to see if we can exploit any resources. No, nothing that we need right now. Alright, well that's fine. I'll put a lot more divisions over here, so the Germans are looking aggressive in my opinion. And we finally decrypted the British cipher. About time, man. Took us a long time. So we now have that done. And now we're just working on getting the German cipher completed. And who is forming the war goal against us? The Kingdom of Italy. Okay. You can't. You can't, man. So yeah, they're going to do that. It's irrelevant because, again, they're our puppets. But it just shows that they would have attacked us anyways if we hadn't attacked them. So, bummer they can't do any of these here. They could increase, who's all in our faction. We'll just have to see if there's anything they can actually do in that. Probably not, with them not being free. Alright, so this is going to mess me up for a while here. Every time I look at that, I'm really worried about it. So let's go ahead and get the next one. Army experience and all kinds of goodies. Alright, and we can go ahead and change up those medium tanks a bit more if we wanted to as well. Change up these to the medium tank destroyers. Let's go ahead and save that, and that'll actually require now less of the light tank destroyers. Yeah, now we don't have as much of a need for those. So we could actually go ahead and pull those back just a little bit. Where the hell are those? Oh, we don't even need to put, we just don't need to put more factories towards them. Alright, so we're looking great. I think we're about ready. I think we're gonna go ahead and declare war, guys. Yeah, let's go ahead and set up all of our stuff. And we'll declare war, and if war with everybody happens, then war with everybody happens. It's just the way that it is. So we'll go ahead and stop these guys for training from right now. Same with them. Go ahead and set up the submarines as well. So go ahead and put like level 2s into these open spots here. So we need 2 there. And maybe 2 here. Oh wait, no. We don't need 2 there, but we can go ahead and do another one. Just go and sort these if I can without messing this up. Alright, awesome. Oh, okay, that's right. We got those going there. Alright, so they're good. And what I'm going to do here, these guys will just stay where they're at. And then we're going to go ahead and take them and get them assigned to doing convoy raiding here. But I guess we'll wait until we actually declare war. And they'll just go into there for right now. And they'll go into here, training purposes. And then we'll go ahead and figure out how we want to do this. So we currently have 2 carriers in there. Those are the 2 old carriers. We're going to use these ones here. Oh wait, no, let me take that back. Those are not 2. We got one of the new carriers in there. That's right. So we're going to use these guys here. So let's go ahead and take that battleship and move it over to here, so that we'll have 4 battleships. In fact, maybe we'll do 1 more battleships and they'll just have the low-level heavy cruiser. That's what I'm thinking here. And we can, of course, get rid of these. Is there any way to, like... Because I hate how it blocks. It blocks it there from me being able to see like what level they are. It's just that 1 level 2 battleship that we have there. Alright, so this will be our patrol fleet. This will be the ship that helps with the bombardment, so we should probably give them more ships. And then we have a bunch of level 2 destroyers that could be added into these. Some of these guys are still training, unfortunately, but that's okay. Let's go and take all them. And we might need to move some of these out, but that's okay. Let's let them all move around so I can figure out how we're looking. Alright, so we have currently 49. And as far as capital ships, we have, let's see, how many do we have right now? 9, 10, 12. So we have 12 capital ships, so we'd want about 36 screens or so. And we currently have only the 3 light cruisers. This is actually pretty good. We'll just take 1 like old destroyer out, like 1 level 1 destroyer, and then just move him over to this fleet over here. And then just move a couple of these level 2s over to this one, just so they're fully equipped. And we could give them one more, I suppose, just to have a nice even 20 there. There we go. Beautiful. All right, so I think we're ready to go, man. Oh, what we could do, well, we don't really have the destroyers. We still need more destroyers, man. All right, well, that's fine. We signed so many here, so that's what the problem is. We don't really need this many screens just for bombardment support, but I don't want them hitting us with some submarines and then not having proper screen support and us losing a battleship. Obviously, that would not be good. If we had the political power, I would change up what our pride of the fleet would be, but we don't. Maybe we will have enough for the first Napoleon to become the first Napoleon battleship to become the pride of the fleet. Perhaps. Maybe we will. All right, so we're going to declare war and see what happens. I assume they're going to join a faction. The question is, which faction? Will they join the Comintern? Oh, the British are part of the Comintern now. Well, isn't that interesting? So will they join the Comintern and start this huge conflict against them? Will they join the Australian faction? The only democratic faction... Oh, no, the Japanese faction is democratic too, so two democratic factions. Will they join one of those? Or will they join the Central Powers? Or will they not join anybody? That would be a possibility as well. And what we're going to do is we're just going to turn this down, and then we're going to let it get into September 1st. This is like our invasion of Poland. And so we're going to go ahead and invade them here. And we don't have a lot of time left, but we got enough time to start the conflict, guys. So I'm not going to make it. Y'all have to sit and wait to see the war. That'd be messed up, huh? I will admit. So let's go and deploy all the current troops that we have. Oops. These guys aren't ready to deploy yet. So we get these training. And yeah, we'll get them training. Then we'll need to shift click it. And then we'll move these guys over to here. We won't wait for them, but they'll make their way over here. And then let's declare war and then see what happens. And hopefully they don't join any factions. That's what I'm hoping. I guess we will see. I do want to see if there's anything that opened up, like missions that we can now do against them that we couldn't do before, but we can do now we're at war. Can orchestrate a coup, plant false intelligence, and that is it. Alright, so nothing that really need to do right now. We already have control, or excuse me, a lot of intel here. There are certain areas where we're lacking, like the army intel is not perfect. It's the same thing with the air intel. And speaking of air, we need to go and get all of our planes assigned. I didn't really do that yet. So let's go ahead and do it now. I'm sure we have a bunch of planes that we could have been training up. That's okay. What we'll do is give them 100 here. And then we're going to, a little bit of bomb there, effectively. So we'll just bomb here in the channel. We know that they're going to be here. So let's do the naval strikes there. And then with our planes that are down here, let's go ahead and move this one over to here. Have them start doing bombing there because we know that their fleet is there. And they'll move here. And we'll probably merge the two that are here. Alright, we'll get these guys. You know what? These guys are going to train. I forgot all about them. These ones are trained up though. So move them over here. Alright, so we'll try and bomb the Dutch fleet. So that'll be done. And we do have a larger airbase here we want to move to. So this is, let's see how many planes we have here. These guys can stay where they're at. And we will do the close air support. And then we're going to move all these 800 planes here. And also do the more ground crews here. So most of these are fighters. Okay, I thought we had more close air support. All right, we're going to get some more close air supports assigned here, which I know we have some. Yeah, we have some right there. Let me just see what all we have. And maybe we'll do the scout plane. Well, we don't really have very many. We'll wait to use those. Let's just move all these and then put them up to 200 and get them flying overhead. All right. So we'll have control of the skies, I'm sure. This shouldn't be too difficult. They do have some forts here that I'm seeing. No forts there. One there. And that is all, folks. That is all. They don't even have a division to stop us here. Alright, well, let's go and go across. Let's attack here. We could just split up. Actually, yeah, we should probably... You know, let's just go around there. Why fight in a fort? There's absolutely no reason to do that. And then attack here. We'll just go around that fort. I know it's only 10% modifier, but I just don't see the reason to do it. Alright, so should be able to do this again fairly quickly. It shouldn't take too long to get them defeated. The question is, will they join a faction? Which they might. Let's see what we've done already here. I already sunk 2 of their submarines, and I did forget to put the fleet out there. My bad, guys. Let's go ahead and do that. Not these guys. Just these ones here. And apparently I miscounted. Nope, they're still waiting on one. So let's go ahead and have them do convoy raiding. Here, here, and there. Alright, so they'll do some convoy raiding for us. And that should catch any their convoys that are going through there. And then we're going to take these guys. Get them, well, we'll do one at a time, I suppose. Do the patrol here. And they'll patrol these here waters. And then we're going to go ahead and get these guys set up to do, it's not naval invasion support, excuse me, strike force. And then this here is going to, this fleet here would just move to provide us with bombardment support. So we do have a decision available, war propaganda, which we don't need to do. I know that our war support is pretty low, so we could do it. But it's 75 political power, so I'm not doing it. Alright. So we have already pushed across there. Rotterdam is not the greatest place for us to attack. And there's probably not anybody there, you'd assume. I don't really want to have to attack across Rotterdam if we can avoid it. How would it look, the attack? We'll win it, whatever. Taking more losses than necessary, though. We did get a military factory. So let's go and get this assigned real quick. I hate that we gotta, manage these right now, but it does need to be done. Let's go and tick these down by quite a bit and pump into whatever we're short on. Still the light tank destroyers, the medium tanks, medium stuff basically. Okay, so we're gonna put into that. First, we'll do the medium stuff. So let's do 12, 10, and 10 here. And then also the light tank destroyers. And we are short on tungsten again. We're just giving the Americans so many factories. Alright, so again, this should be a quick war unless they join a faction. We will pay attention to everything we sink out there just because I want to. Yeah, see, I don't know that we can win here, man. Maybe. I mean, either way, it's going to be costly, though. That's the main reason why I don't want to do it. So we've already taken that there. This was the fort we decided to go around. Yeah, so we'll just get into Rotterdam. Whatever. Just want to get that finished up. Yeah, that's the best place to attack. Well, never mind. We can do over here now. Now, this does have a level 1 fort, but the division's so weak that it's not a problem. Alright, so let's go and go up here now. Let's just attack with all of our divisions here. Alright, locking those ones down, going after their city. These guys are now cut off, so we can easily get them destroyed. So let's go and do that. And these ones will just attack over from that way. Wipe those divisions out. I know that they got a fort, but yeah, we're destroying them, so it's fine. And we did get the mechanized, so we're going to want to build those. And we can go and just research. Oh, never mind, it's only 1941. We're not even, we're not ready for that yet. Alright, so I think we're done here for now. We got a lot of stuff to get, guys, so we can go after the anti-air, which is probably what we're going to get. We still need a lot of naval techs, too. So I think what we'll do is go ahead and have 2 of these focused on naval techs, because yeah, I'm not happy with where our fleet is looking right now. We can go ahead and get the next destroyer hulls and next submarines as well. But we need all the guns for those. All the goodies, and more depth charges, better depth charges, I should say. But let's start out with the destroyer hulls, and let's take a look at what we got. We sunk a destroyer there, and another one. And so all this is going to get us some nice experience. Got their submarine. I hope our fleet gets into a battle, so we can get some experience. So far, we're just sinking submarines. Right now, looks like we do have our fleet in the battle now. We sunk one of their submarines and 6 of their destroyers, so this is their main, their main fleet basically, with the exception of the heavy cruisers they have, which there's a bug that people have noticed where the capital enemy AI capital ships aren't doing anything but like invasion support. Paradox said that they can't replicate it when they were talking about the latest patch. but they're trying to replicate it in the current patch. So either it was already fixed in the current patch, or it's not going to get fixed, because they said they didn't do anything specifically to fix this bug that's been reported by many people, and we saw it happen with Italy, where they just did that invasion support. So I'd love to get these guys defeated before the end of the episode. We'll see if we can. Let's see what happens here, guys. Let's go over this way. And then with these troops, they could be pushing forward. Oops. Trying to click on them. And it doesn't matter if the attack is there. These guys are already done. Excellent. Let's go ahead and start pushing forward over this way. Attack over there. And none of you guys are moving. Just go. Just go, go, go. Alright, so just about done here. We are taking all their stuff. Got another destroyer sunk there, another submarine. It probably would be best to not have sunk all their stuff, but I didn't want them sinking all my damn convoys, guys. That's the way I was looking at it. And we get experience for it, so. So we now have, oh, we actually have something we need to research here. We got the mechanized equipment that I haven't done yet. So we should probably do that and pump a bunch of equipment into those. We'll put that like under the, well, we should just put this like under the tanks, I suppose. Or under the motorized, that'd make more sense. Far more sense. Being indecisive here, guys, but you guys understand, right? So we're going to go into mechanized, build it up. And we can probably pull from these. We'll let it stockpile just a bit, guys. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, and then we got the dockyard as well. We can go and put into, oh, I meant to put this up here. And we do want these to go to our port where we're signing all of our ships. And we're just going to build one of these. And let's put this into destroyers for now, I suppose. Because I feel like we do not have anywhere near enough destroyers, man. Alright, so these guys are now moving. Let's move over here. Everybody just keep pushing forward and get this done, man. Before they join a faction. And we did it. They capitulated and they didn't join a faction. I was super worried about them joining a faction. They didn't. So that worked out for us. I'm not complaining. Alright, so we're actually going to need multiple defensive armies here. Because this would be 1, 2, it'd be too many. 4, 5, 6, 7. And then, okay, so we know how long this is. Pretty sure this is a total of 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, yeah, so it's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So yeah, you wouldn't be able to put 2 divisions into each province with this current setup here. So what we'd want to do is just kind of like separate them like so. And then we need to build forts all the way across. So the Germans will have to throw themselves against our forts. That's the plan. That's the ideal here. And then we'll have all these guys go into the Red Army for now. And then this army here will be holding this position for us across here. Give them planning bonus, all that good stuff. So look at over there. Red Army is just going to go here for now. We'll eventually be moving them. For right now, they can stay there. And then we're going to want to get more Imperial Guard units. Just a couple more. And place them here. We're gonna do 5 more actually. I'm just gonna gamble, guys. Gamble with our manpower. All right, so that ended up being a real quick conflict, so that was nice. We actually got some dockyards out of this as well, and we can now get that focus, which allows us to get compliance up in the Netherlands pretty quick. So let's go ahead and go with. I guess we're gonna go with more destroyers. Let's go all the way up on the destroyer. Well, we can't. We can go up to 8. All right, so that looks good. Do we have any resources we don't need to trade for? Not really. All right, so that looks great. And so we'll have to leave everything as is. We probably don't need this many divisions up along here. They're probably we're never gonna need to fight them here. I almost want to pull some divisions back on here. I just don't want to leave any of this open just in case we go to war with the Comintern. I feel like that could be a problem. What we could do, how about if we did this? God damn it. Pulled this back like so, because there's already a division there. You know what I mean? So just have all these guys assigned here. Or move one of these guys over here, and then allow us to move one of the divisions that are here over to here. Excellent. Kind of rearrange our fronts just a little bit, and maybe we'll attack Egypt next. That went well. Sunk 7 destroyers there. We'll go ahead and take a look at all the... I think we sunk their entire navy. There's their heavy cruisers. So their heavy cruisers did actually come out eventually. There's the pride of their fleet. Yeah, we did great. All right, fantastic. So what we're going to want to do is pull all these back now. They still have that heavy cruiser out there. So they shouldn't be at war with us anymore. Oh, we didn't have the peace treaty yet. Huh. Let's take a look. And yeah, they're capitulated. We just got to wait for the peace treaty to fire. But you can look at the casualties here. I'm glad I did this. So they took 93,000 casualties. We took 2,000. So it was very easy, quick war. Wasn't very costly. I'll trade 2,000 for the Netherlands. All right. So when the peace treaty fires, which should be soon, right? I mean, they've been defeated. We have to keep everything out there until they actually get the peace treaty. There we go. So what we're going to try and do here, and I don't know if they have, yeah, they actually do have further territory, don't they? Okay. I had forgotten that the Dutch had other territory. They've got the territory here, and that is full of aluminum. What else do they have? Just try and see. All right, that's puppeting them. And then they have the territory right there, which is more oil. Look at all that oil, man. So yeah, let's take all states. End our turn. And so the goal here is, the reason why we're annexing them is because what we're going to attempt to do... Oh, they're already a collaboration government. I mean, let's just take a look here and see why they're so high. Okay, that's here. They're 85%. So this is what's happening. We're inheriting the compliance that was already there. I got it now. I was curious what the hell was going on there. How the Dutch could be so high. Theirs should not be very high. They should probably have a lot of resistance, actually. It's not too shabby right now, in fact. I'm sure that that's going to get worse, though, because we don't have any compliance with them. No, they're not ready. We're going to use that oil. That oil is going to be super helpful. Let's go and tell all of our ships to stop what they're doing. Come back over here. Same thing with all these guys. Just everybody go back into there, and maybe we'll go and get all these guys training again. We'll do that here before. We'll just go and train these now. Get those guys training, and then what we can do is assign any ships that still need to be trained. These guys could actually do the shift click and see if there's any other submarines here that still need to be trained. I'll shift click them. And then do we have any ships here that need to train? Yes. We're going to take all these out now and then just place them into that fleet task force. Same thing here. I think we have a couple destroyers, one destroyer. Get them training. All right, and then the Air Force, of course, which we know we got all these guys flying ahead or above, excuse me, and that is no longer needed. So very, very effective. That was a quick, easy war. It's how we like it, guys. Without them joining any factions. So now we need to build up our land forts all across here, and we're just going to work on just a little bit at a time. Level 5s for now. Some of these are already built, though. So that's nice. Oops. So you're just going to go up to level 5s all the way across, and then we'll work even higher for like level 10s. And just hope that the Germans don't declare war yet, because we are kind of open and at risk. Alright, so that looks great. And we now have conquered the Netherlands, and so what the goal will be is to create a compliance government here. So we'll need to get compliance up very high. But again, we do have that national focus, which we can't get that next. We do have to go for army form next. But then we can get the Reorganize the Dutch. And this will gain us daily compliance of plus 0.25%. That's very high, so we should get compliance quite quickly there. Yeah, I said the compliance government. I meant the collaboration government. I assume you guys know what I meant. I misspeak all the time, so sure, everybody's used to it by now. So we conquered the Netherlands, and next will be the Egyptians, and we'll keep on picking on little guys until somebody joins a faction, although I am a little bit worried about them joining the wrong faction. I want to fight the Central Powers next. So what we might do is only go after Italy, or excuse me, only go after Egypt. And then after Egypt's been conquered, then maybe just go ahead and make sure we're ready for war against the Germans, have the forts all built, and then just declare war, man. They're not going to break through. I wonder if we can beat their navy, though. I guess that's the real question. We also have to assign our operatives, too, here in a moment. So let me just take a look here. So currently their army, I think they have more troops than we do. Yeah, they definitely have more troops than we do. As far as their fleet goes, they have around the same size navy that we have. Around the same size, pretty close. We're probably a little bit larger just because we have better. Yeah, you can see they have 2 to 6 battleships. Well, yeah, we have more battleships than them more than likely. They probably have less destroyers. They have more heavy cruisers though. Well, maybe not. It's hard to say. But you'll notice they have well, they have about the same number of submarines too. So yeah, I think their fleet's probably fairly small compared to ours, or smaller than ours, I should say. We just don't have great intel on them. Same thing with the planes. Really, we need to get our intel up, but we do have an operative to do that now, so we will. So let's go and, well, I need to figure out where we're going to assign all these operatives, guys, because we have resistance we have to be oppressing. I also want to spy on the Egyptians here, and then of course we want to spy on the Germans. So there's a lot of different options here. So we got to figure out where we're gonna assign those operatives. I'd love to hear your opinion. But this is the end of the episode, and there's not going to be a Sunday episode. I wanted to mention this in the early part of the video. I'll go ahead and pin a comment, or try to remember to pin a comment about it as well. That we will not have a Monday episode. Excuse me, this is Sunday's episode. We're not going to have a Monday episode as usual. I don't usually have a Monday episode. We only had one last time because it was a new series, and the game, and the embargo had just lifted, and the DLC was coming out soon. So yeah, we don't typically have Monday episodes because I work all day on Sunday, and so we won't have one this Monday. So we will be back on Tuesday, preparing for the conflict against the Germans. Hope you guys did enjoy this episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I do hope to see you on the next episode, which again will be on Tuesday. And thanks for watching, guys.